Good afternoon, everyone. This is Henry with simplertrading.com, and in tonight's free video, well, I wanted to bring you some advice that I think is very basic, a couple of setups that are on my watch list, and hopefully a kind of quick and informative take on the current state of the markets. As we evaluate what's going on in the primary markets, it can be hard to know exactly where we're headed. A big divergence we've seen lately is the weakness in the NASDAQ, while several other indexes continue to perform well. But one train of thought that I have used that has brought me some success is to say ignore the indexes for just a moment and instead focus on finding the best stocks you can. Now, in certain situations, you're going to find things like momentum tech is going to be taken down in a drastic way with the market. I understand that, but there's also something to be said for looking at charts like Urban Outfitters, where you probably don't care too much what the broad market is doing, and you can use these squeeze signals as moments in time that we're potentially getting ready to have a nice directional move. So you can see the compression and then expansion of range through here. The signal back in here was a little bit more like what we like to see, right? Taking us from 26 all the way to 40. So a very nice directional move in that. And if we are to honor the trend that has been, wouldn't you agree that the general overall trend here is bullish? Well, taking that and then combining it with this fresh squeeze, I think we have another opportunity to head up above 41.95 and then into prices up near 46 and 50. So this is one name that I'll be keeping an eye on from a very basic trending perspective, looking for higher prices. And another in Cisco. So with Cisco, we had a big day today, showing up 2.5%, and it's more of following the same signals. You can see how previously this past squeeze did have a long period of consolidation, but really caught a move just before you got into the earnings report, and I believe that has begun to trigger today. So I like the idea of coming in, and you can do one of two things. You can either buy it long term and just kind of sit on it and wait for it to take out this weekly high, right? This is the pattern that is in play here. That is to say that once you clear the 618 of a major swing, well, then you're headed to touch the old high and then into the extensions of the move. So if that is going to continue to remain true, well, you could buy it here and look for the break above 58.26, and that's a long duration kind of a position type trade. Then you can get a little bit more advanced, and if I knew exactly how this was going to work, I would tell you, which is just to say that if it instead consolidates into earnings, another little options hack here is to buy the implied volatility or to buy long options that revolve around this series and then sell those that have the shorter duration expiration. And the timing for Cisco earnings is perfect for that, meaning you can sell next Fridays, buy the Friday after that, and it's a great way to get the Greeks to complement a chart setup, and that can go right along with your broader swing approach. So I hope that's helpful. You guys have a great rest of your evening, and we'll see you at the next free video.
Without simpler trading, I could not have financial independence.
This is one of the best investments I ever made in my life.
It's helping me find consistency.
It's one of the things that won me